Hi, I'm Jack Reuter. I'm a senior midfielder for Washington & Lee, and I'm from Rockville Center, New York. And today I'm just going to take you through what a typical in-season lift looks like for Washington & Lee men's lacrosse. Hey, I'm here with head coach McCabe, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about what the strength and conditioning program has meant for our team in terms of developing over the last couple of years.
Well, first of all, I'm very proud of the guys in our program for the commitment and the effort they make to our strength and conditioning program. You know, I think it has been a huge and made a huge impact on our performances on the field and our overall success in the program. You know, we've set a goal each and every year to be able to compete for a conference championship, to play a very tough schedule out of conference and in conference, and we wouldn't be able to do that unless these guys were putting in an effort in season, out of season, consistently. You know, sacrificing a lot of free time to be in here and work really hard so that they can accomplish their goals on the field. I think the other thing that's been great about it is it's really helped develop our team chemistry. You know, these guys lift as a group, and in here, you know, sweating and banging these weights around together. You know, you can see how team camaraderie and that togetherness builds when everybody knows that everybody's putting in the same and paying the same price, you know, for success on the field for the Generals.
Absolutely. So this is, I guess, depending on how you look at it, the first phase of our lifting program. After the in-season, we move into the summer off-season part of it. And I think the main goal during the summer is to build a really solid foundation going into the fall. And during the first portion of that, you obviously try and recover from the season. So maybe take a light couple of weeks or just take a couple of weeks off, get your body back to neutral. And then you move into just starting to build up your muscles again and starting to get sort of a baseline layer of strength and conditioning in the early part of the summer. And then as you get into the later part of the summer, then you start focusing more specifically on your strength and power, and doing a lot of the speed and quickness and field work that you're going to need for our fall ball. So then after the summer, we move into what's kind of an interesting period for the program in general, and specifically strength and conditioning, and that's the fall. And during the fall, you kind of have to tone it down a little bit because we do practice 4 days a week, but we still try and get 2 to 3 lifts in a week, and you just try and continue to build sort of a baseline for the winter months, because that's when we really hit it the hardest. But you also want to be mindful of how much you're running on the days we do practice and scrimmage and things like that. So I would say the main goal of the fall is to continue to build and maintain, but just be aware of the work that you're doing on the field as well. And then after the fall, we move into the winter, which is really sort of the meat of the strength and conditioning program. This winter, and starting actually last season, we go 4 days a week, and we have 2 strength days, one for the upper body, one for the lower body. We have one sort of full body explosive day with a lot of med ball work and a lot of speed ladders, and it's more of a circuit style workout. And then we also have one day where we're out on the field and doing some high intensity interval training, and that sort of combines the best of the explosive days and the strength days into one workout, which, although at the moment not everybody likes it, I think we can all attest to the good it's done for the program. And during the winter, you really just want to prepare yourself for the season. You know, you want to build muscle and get yourself sort of a little thicker to be able to take the pounding of the season. But you also want to fine-tune a lot of the explosiveness and the speed that you're going to need once we start getting going in January. So the strength and conditioning program has been huge for my personal development as a player. When I came in, I was in pretty good shape and I was a pretty strong kid, but I was probably 15 to 20 pounds lighter than I am right now. And I was able to put on all that weight and still actually get faster and quicker than I was when I entered. So I think there's really 2 facets that it helps. One is injury prevention, and if you're a bigger, stronger kid, you're just not going to get nicked up as much as you would if you were 10 to 20 pounds lighter, and that helps a lot with the transition from the high school to college game. And obviously with the hamstring pulls and the groin pulls and stuff like that, you can really reduce those a lot with a good solid strength and conditioning program. And then also just makes you overall a faster, more explosive athlete, which is something you really need, particularly in the early phases of your college career. So the big leg lift today is box squats, which I think you've seen a bunch of guys doing. I'm about to get into that, but before I do that, I'm just going to warm up with some light full range squats, get my hips loose and stuff. Hey Max, just introduce yourself real quick.
Max Hudson, I'm a sophomore midfielder from Houston, Texas.
And if you would, can you just give us a couple areas where you feel the strength and conditioning program has helped you improve your game?
Well, in high school, I had a lot of injuries. Being on a better strength and conditioning program has helped keep my body stay healthy and be stronger. And also the lifting that we do here has helped me stay quicker and move better on the field.
Thanks, Max. All right, if you would, real quick, just introduce yourself for the camera.
Yeah, I'm Connor O'Toole. I'm a junior defenseman.
So I just wanted you to talk about, like, in the 3 years that you've been here, being a starter and everything, how you think the strength and conditioning program has helped us as a team.
Yeah, I think just overall general explosiveness all over the field. Definitely endurance as well. I think it's really noticeable when we get out there against teams that maybe don't have what we have. We really separate in the field in a lot of ways.
Awesome, thanks. All right, if you would, just introduce yourself real quick.
I'm Matt Infante from Saddle River, New Jersey.
And you are a
Freshman defenseman.
All right, Matt. Being a freshman, if you could, just for a second, talk about how strength and conditioning has helped you transfer better over to the college game.
Right, yeah. So I've definitely developed a long way since when I came here in September. I was more of a high school athlete, and throughout over the months, through Coach Kiley's chest expansion program and various other workouts, the hit, the circuit that we did every Thursday, the Tuesday early morning lifts, they've really helped me transition to a college athlete, really helped me develop into the player who I am today.
Thanks a lot, Matt.
No bounce on the chest, no bounce on the chest, please.
So the third big lift today is hang cleans, another high weight, low rep exercise just designed to help us to maintain some power in the hips as we move through the season. Yeah, Hank. So the next exercise is a single leg hamstring curl, and it's obviously not a big compound movement like a squat or a clean, but it's really good to keep the hamstrings strong and prevent a lot of those strains that you get throughout the year. So the next exercise is seated row right over here. Good for that lower back stability and for the upper back, which is really good shooting on the run, things like that. So right behind me, we got freshman Moore Harris doing a core circuit just as a finisher to the lift. Work the abs, lower back, obliques, stuff like that. So behind me, one of the finishers to the workout, we got the four-way neck machine, which I think is becoming more and more important as we get more and more aware of concussions. It's good to have a nice strong neck to help prevent some of that whiplash that's associated with concussions. Last finisher for the legs are just the diagonal lunges over here. I'm just going to use dumbbells for this.
All right, take this.